Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and wow, have I got some amazing information for you guys. That is right, so much stuff from Storyline and information leading up to the brand new 14.10 update, which we can expect to be out this week, or maybe not, and we'll discuss exactly what's going on with that in a second. So before we get into this, don't forget to smash that subscribe on the channel if you haven't already, and go and support me in the item shop with code postboxpat if you're not already supporting me. Thank you everyone considering to support me further. Here are a bunch of shout outs for those supporting me. If you guys are supporting me, let me know on my Discord or Twitter. I'll add you guys into the video. Thank you so much for choosing to support me. Much love and respect to you guys. All right, so first off, first piece of information which I thought we'd come straight in with, which is actually some fishing information coming in from the Fortnite China. So I was searching through Fortnite China and I found this screenshot at the bottom of their fishing kind of information, and this is actually the Midas flopper and another flopper which isn't in the game yet. Here's a better preview of them here. These will be in the game very, very soon, but as of current, they are not in the game, but hopefully we do see the addition of them very, very soon. So nice to see that they are going to add them in later. I suspect that they've got a lot of stuff lined up. We've seen a lot of map changes happen throughout the last 2 weeks or so. I can suspect that they've probably got other stuff lined up as well to keep the content rolling as we go towards the end of this season, which is a while away, but I think everything is leading up to one major thing. We've still got a lot of stuff to happen. I'm going to discuss some of that in today's little video here for you guys. So next little topic which I want to jump straight into, because this is quite an interesting one, not storyline related but map change related, and this is regarding Wolverine's Challenges, which you can see right here. So Wolverine's Challenges, there's a few of them that have been leaked, and what's really interesting about this is we can see what we have to do for the challenge, but not only that, we can kind of work out what's going to happen regarding updates and map changes. So if we go down, you can see that this is the Wolverine Challenge, which will be available in roughly about 23 days, and this one is the one where you have to actually eliminate Wolverine in the game. So you got to defeat him with recommended 4 players. So that tells us that in about 23 days time there's probably going to be an update or something which applies Wolverine into a POI where he has his own area on the map, which is really nice. Now the others don't really give us too much inside. I've put them on the screen as I go through. You can kind of get an idea how to complete the challenges early if you want to, but there isn't really much inside information. There's the one locate a mutant containment truck. I kind of guess where that already is. It's up by the lighthouse, unless they add more of these trucks into the map. Other than that, the others don't really give us too much detail or too much inside information to kind of jump on and think, oh, that's definitely going to be something interesting and stuff like that. Find the Sentinel head in Dirty Docks, that's pretty obvious. And obviously the other one as well, defeat Wolverine for the actual emblem. So yeah, some interesting stuff. Power up a Sentinel chest piece as well. Potentially a little bit of a change there, but more like a mini event. I'm guessing that one will probably be. So these things aren't too big, and we kind of talked about them already. So yeah, definitely some changes coming up and updates happening there on the Wolverine side of stuff. We've got the next one coming in from Pine. This is a concept for his Minty Mando, which is one of the Moth Mando variants. So I like this. I think it's a really cool variant for that. He was the person that created the Minty Elf and the Minty Pickaxe, I believe. So you can see another concept of that, of a frozen concept from him here, which I thought was worth adding in today's video. It definitely deserved an honorable mention, so that's why I put it in today's video. I think a lot of you would like to get your hands on maybe a frozen variant of his classic skin. I think if this was a skin that you had to buy, a lot of people would be annoyed, but if this was a free skin, I think, or maybe not a free one, but like a kind of like a style for the original elf, I think a lot of people would like it. So we have to just wait and see if time will tell if this gets added into the game. Usually what Epic does, for those wondering on these skins, they will contact the owner of the skin asking can they use it in game, and they won't be allowed to like announce it or anything. And then going off previous experience from what I've seen from previously created concepts, usually it takes around 4 to 6 months for them to get added in, sometimes even longer depending if they're going to use it in a future season or not. So maybe this will get added in around Christmas. It makes sense because they've released it now. If Epic do see it, then we may see this variant get added in at Christmas. It's kind of a highly likely chance because this guy's already had his skin in the game, but we can't 100% guarantee it. So I don't want to put a guarantee on it, but we can kind of predict that potentially this might see an appearance in the future. Only a prediction can be placed on this one. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This one's kind of an interesting one because this one was going around the community for a little bit of time, and this came in from China, and he said apparently he thinks that 60% of the Fortnite players are no longer playing the game on the no longer on the App Store, which was not the case. After looking into this a little bit further, the way Epic described it, if 60% of the iOS users are no longer playing Fortnite because they can't play it, you know, 40% might still be playing creative and that, creative fill, etc., because you still can do that. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, if you're on iOS, you still can play my Fortnite creative maps, even though they were built in season 5. No, season 5. What am I saying? Am I in the future? No. If built in season 4, you still can play them for some reason on the iOS. I tried it for myself. I'm not too sure if this is because they haven't added any of the season 4 assets into creative, which is probably why, because everything in creative is still from season 3 and below, and I assume they won't add anything new to creative until the time is right, because they still have got the iOS players playing on the creative side. So if you are stuck for content, but you do play Fortnite on the mobile, you still can play it on the iOS, on the creative stuff every single day. You can play on my map, you can play on other people's maps, everything is still there and it changes regularly and new maps come out every day. So if you want some stuff to play in the Fortnite world, check that out, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're still an iOS user. Would be interesting to see if any of you guys actually still do play on iOS for 100%. It'd be nice to know that. Okay, next little topic is coming in from Cyber. He actually says this here: Fortnite China tweeted about the collection landmark. Read this below. Collection place is now open to visit. The collector from Marvel Universe is one of the elders of the universe. He can travel through time and space and foresee the future because of the threat of Thanos. Does this mean potentially the return of Thanos in Fortnite? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe this could be more of like a Fortnite China thing. Maybe they're putting their boss as Thanos, where we're having our boss as Galactus. Probably not, but maybe it could be the return of Thanos in the future of Fortnite Battle Royale. So I think it'd be great to see that LTM come back. I know a lot of people are fans of it. I'm personally a huge fan of it. I know a lot of my fans out there absolutely love it as well. I personally preferred the original one in season 4-5. I think it was season 4, I think, when the original Thanos came into the game, where you could get him as like a boss and he was really overpowered. And this is when building wasn't like as big as it is today. So the game was a lot easier and you could just wreck people. I was getting like 12, 14, 15 eliminations with that Thanos skin. It was heroic. It was crazy, guys. I absolutely loved it. But I think generally, same again, like if that happened, something like that would be great to even just play it in casual. It's so awesome. But let's hope that Thanos does make a return at some point this season. It would make sense for him to return, clearly, because of all the Marvel stuff. So yeah, some interesting stuff going on there for the community on that side. And another piece of information is coming in with the Fortnite storyline. So it looks like Stark is stepping up his power on his devices, and you can now see his device is starting to power up extremely. The lines are absolutely everywhere, covering the entire sky, and are definitely going to be a big thing for the next few weeks or so. This is what leads me to talk a little bit about how I potentially believe the 14.10 could be delayed. The reason I'm saying this is because we haven't had the change yet over at Fatal. Why am I calling it Fatal? Guys, just forgive me. Forever, I will always call Frenzy Farm Fatal. I miss Fatal so much. It just always will happen. But over at the farms, as I like to call it now, because I don't like saying Frenzy because I miss Fatal so much. Over at the farms, I actually think that the POI might get added in this week, and if that is the case, it might not get added in with the update. It could just be hotfix to the files, and then we might see the update next week. Now, I'm not too sure this is going to be the case 100%. I really want the update to be this week, and if I could predict which one it would probably be, I'd probably say it'd be this week. But if it's not this week, then we can suspect a new POI coming in at the farms to replace Frenzy Farm, and this will obviously allow for that kind of final kind of completion of all this sort of stuff going on in the world of Fortnite. There's also rumors that Kevin could be returning as well. The actual landmarks which we've seen added in make a cube type shape, which you can see here. So does this mean that Kevin could potentially return? I don't know. Donald did talk about it, how possibly he could return in the future. He didn't say he would never return in the future, so it maybe could be that Kevin could return at one point. But I think this kind of thing with like the cube shape, this has been a similar thing throughout Fortnite's entire story. Like if you jump back to like season 5 or season 6, when they had like different things around the map and different marks on the floor, this is because it always made like a cube shape. And I generally just think it makes a cube shape because we draw a cube shape on it, because usually Fortnite distribute each things equally around the world. When I say that, I mean they place different POIs in different areas, different point of interests in a cube style shape, because that's what best fits the play style of Fortnite, and that's probably why it always fits this cube. There might be another meaning behind this, but I generally think we always look into this a little bit too far. It is always strange how it always makes like a cube type shape, but you know, these things do happen sometimes. Anyway, I really do hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Smash a like, smash the subscribe, and if you're new around here, do stick around. Consider it your #1 source for daily Fortnite content and map change source on YouTube. So make sure you are sticking around if you want to consider all that sort of stuff and stay up to date with legit source. It's a great place to be. Thank you everyone considering to stay. If you've made it right to the very end of the video, comment down below Wolverine 2.0, and that'll let me know if you made it right to the very end, or just Wolf 2.0 for short if you want to. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys in future content. Once again, this is postboxpat signing out.